Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of U.S. History Made Plain. I'm a high school history teacher trying to make history as fun and interesting for my students as possible. So James Buchanan got in office and immediately started messing up. So remember how Bleeding Kansas was the anti-slavery settlers in Kansas that made up most of Kansas. We're gonna vote to make Kansas a free territory. But you had the people from Missouri who moved over to Kansas and tried to make it a pro-slavery territory. And it caused the border ruffians and the anti-slavery settlers to kind of clash. And that was what was called Bleeding Kansas. Well, a big group of the Missourians who moved over trying to make Kansas a pro-slavery territory actually settled in Lecompton, Kansas, and they created their own legislation, their own government for a pro-slave Kansas, right? They thought that everyone should follow this government because they, just felt entitled and felt like they ran something. But of course, the state is filled with mostly anti-slavery settlers, and they were like, no, we're not about to listen to your government. That's not even it. We don't want that. The anti-slavery settlers actually created their own government in Topeka, Kansas. So you have the pro-slavery government of Kansas in Lecompton, Kansas, and the anti-slavery government of Kansas in Topeka, Kansas. The two clashing governments actually led to groups of pro-slavery settlers attacking a free soil town of Lawrence, Kansas, and killing two people and burning down a lot of homes and businesses. My boy John Brown, who was in New York at the time, heard about what was going on in Kansas and was like, oh, nah. He called his sons and was like, hey, we about to ride. They rode down to Kansas and retaliated on the people who messed with Lawrence, Kansas and killed the anti-slavery settlers there. And they attacked settlers at Potawatomi Creek and killed 5. John Brown will be a big part of history coming up. We have more information about John Brown, but this was the first time we heard about him when he left from New York and came down to Kansas to help fight back against the pro-slavery people who were trying to mess with things in Kansas. Now back to Buchanan. How did Buchanan get in office and start messing up? Well, Buchanan, who was the new president, who was chosen because he was the safe bet, decided that he was going to side with Lecompton, Kansas, and accept their government and try to get Congress to accept their pro-slavery government as well. Remember, most of the people in Kansas are anti-slavery settlers. So the fact that the president of the United States is siding with the small portion of Lecompton, Kansas, which is the pro-slavery part, people are like, the Democrats is full of crap. Like they planned all of this and they're trying to make slavery like a big thing here. So in 1857, Buchanan asked Congress to accept Lecompton's government, and everybody was like, James, this is a really bad idea. Like, for so many reasons, this is a really bad idea. And the fact that you are a brand new president in 1857 and you are asking us to do this, we don't know what's wrong with you, but we're letting you know right now, this is career suicide. But okay, bring it on. You can ask us and we're going to tell you no, which Congress did. They were like, no, we're not accepting that. We're not accepting that. That makes no sense.